Hi everyone, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. RIP G4. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's probably already been forgotten by quite a few of you. However, we're going to resurrect it for one night only. Maybe some more videos later. We don't know. But the reason why I'm talking about G4 today is some details have emerged as regards to the recruiting process to get an actual presenter's job at G4. Now, I had some details sent to me, but I had to fill in some gaps so I knew exactly where we were. So let's do that right now, shall we? So first of all, this here is a podcast called Spawncast. And it's on the channel with 671,000 subscribers. So it's got a decent number of subscribers there. The hosts and guests, I imagine, are here. And this chap here is called RGT85. Some of you might know who he is. I think he deals with video games, maybe more Switch related. And then this lady over here is called Miss Clicks. And she's from, I think she may have a YouTube channel, but this is her Twitch channel here, where she got 61.8K followers, which, again, decent number. Now, here's RGT85's channel, where he's got 441,000 subscribers. Doing very well. All of them doing very well. Congratulations to you. But they also have this. He also has this, which is a, just in case. We don't know what the chat's going on, so we better just close that down to make sure. But this is called Spawncast After Show Debauchery, where I imagine they just shoot the shit as regards to what happened in the podcast. Now, if you just look at his hat, and it's the same hat he seems to be wearing on the latest version, and this video was put up just a couple of days ago. Now, somebody sent this through to me on email, and they said, you want to start listening to this at the 52-minute, 35-second-ish mark. So let's just listen to what's being said between RGT and Miss Clicks as she discusses the fact that she actually went for a presenter's job at G4TV and what process she had to go through to advance. Hello, the headphones are now on. Just one more thing before I play the audio. They are discussing in this Batman the Animated Series, I think maybe they were reminiscing over the passing of Kevin Conroy. And this twigs Miss Click's memory about the process of application for presenter at G4.
It's today, and I'm like, this is a good ass show. Like,
do you think? I have a question because we're talking about all this Batman stuff. Do you think now that G4 is gone, I can like talk about stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. What do they?
Vape Nation. Okay, I'll carry on. I'll carry on.
Yeah.
fuck G4.
So, like,
what do you mean?
Okay, so like I thought a bunch of people were well, apparently there was like a whole like brigade of people like hating on wanting to cancel Batman or whatever.
Yeah, they're called DC Comics, Miss Clicks. It's called DC Comics. They've been trying to cancel the damn man for ages now. It's getting absolutely ridiculous.
And I didn't like know about it. So
Oh, what?
Okay, so like people are always like, yo, G4 shut down because of this or that, and I'm like, bro, I was already sus with G4 shutting down from the interview process because like they offered me like a host position or whatever, and like you got to relocate out to LA,
right?
You know, like if we go through the final selection, blah blah blah. So I go through the interview process, and like
blooming super chat noises, eh? Eh?
The guy that was interviewing me, he goes, so why should we cancel Batman? And
oh, just stop there. So the guy who was interviewing Miss Clicks for a host position, presenter's position at G4, possibly the first question she was asked was, why should we cancel Batman? Now, of course, G4 is known really for its gaming stuff. Sure, a little bit of pop culture. But why would you... What on earth relevance could... Why should we... And that's also saying to this presenter, this is our position. Collectivism. Never mind. Let's carry on.
And
What?
I was like, wait, what? And he's like, yeah. Why do you believe we should cancel Batman? And I was like, why are we canceling Batman? He's like, because he's rich and he's white. And I was like...
So, yeah, she asked the correct question. Why are we cancelling Batman? I mean, I personally would have phrased it, why do you want to cancel Batman? I personally don't. And the answer back was, because he's rich and white. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous, because he's rich and white. Oh, right. So here's the logic behind this, according to G4 anyway.
Well, what do those two have to do with each other? Like, yeah, people believe that he just skates on the law, and that if someone of color did the same exact thing, they wouldn't get away with it like he does.
That's a...
Like,
Did anyone just watch Wakanda Forever, or, you know, did anyone watch Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where the Dora Milaje were just walking around going, we do what we want to do, and why are you gay?
real ass question that they asked you?
That's literally what G4 recruiting asked me. And like whoever their manager was or whatever their interviewers were doing. So I think this is one of the reasons why they didn't like proceed me to the next level, because I was like, well, I mean, to be honest, like if I was getting like robbed or assaulted in Arkham or something, I wouldn't really care who's saving me. I don't care if he's rich and white. I just care.
Well, that's also working off the assumption that people know that Bruce Wayne is Batman as well, you know. Because the interviewer said, why are we cancelling Batman? Because he's rich and white. Now, yeah, you could say, well, yeah, he goes around in that big Batmobile and freaking Batwing and all that sort of stuff. But when somebody, if you're drowned, let's say you're in a river and you're being pulled by the tide, and if somebody doesn't save you, then you're going to drown. Are you really worried about who's going to save you, whether it be a rich white guy or whether it be a poor brown woman? No, if somebody is brave enough or heroic enough to come and save you, that's because they are heroic and brave, not rich and white or poor and brown or whatever other attachments they want to put into it. But of course, these fucking absolute spanning window licker twat waffles have no idea, no concept of heroicism, no concept of selflessness whatsoever. It's all intersectionality. There's always got to be a victim. There's always got to be somebody to blame. Let's carry on. There's a little bit more.
Enough that he's like actually like saving people, because are you going to do anything about it? And yeah, he didn't like that answer. But when people
by the way, the presenter of this would let you drown in the river. Not this guy here. The guy who's conducting the interview at G4. They would just be like, sorry, I just can't help ya. I'm like, ah!
people are like, yo,
cuck.
Frost killed G4. I
Correct. He is a cuck. Thank you, RGT.
was like, honestly,
God
G4's
damn
been
it,
dead since
Cecily.
the interview process. And then later on, another question they asked me was, okay, besides Batman, what other superhero would you cancel?
You know, I know exactly who they want.
Well, he's just automatically assumed that she wants to cancel Batman because that's the way that they think. So if that's the way they think, if you want to be part of G4, that's the way that you gotta think. Is it any wonder they hired somebody as detestable and as disgusting and as toxic as somebody like Frost? Is it any wonder? No. Not judging by the interview process.
Wanted you to say. They wanted you to say Spider-Man because he works with the NYPD. Fucking Kotaku. Every time a Spider-Man game comes out, I can't believe we're glamorizing this. It's like, shut the fuck up, you fucking fat white woman who's writing this article.
Well, bro, well, the thing is, like, this is a dude asking me, so I was like, what the heck? So I literally, I was like, I don't think I have an answer, and he's like, well, you have to give one or whatever. Like, you have to give one. Like, you can't just not. So I think I said something like Punisher or something, even though he's like one of my favorites. I was like, Punisher? And he's like, good answer. And I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, I'm turning this job down.
What was
But
So that is just crazy. It's not, you're not being recruited for a position as a host, as a presenter. You're being recruited as an activist that has the same thoughts and the same ideology as that the rest of the crowd. My God, if I had that person working for me in HR, if that was the type of person, or those were the type of questions that they constructed, they'd be out the door. But there again, of course, I wouldn't be hiring for activists. I'd be hiring for people that knew their shit. I'd be hiring for people based on their charisma, their personality, how I feel they would connect with the audience, not who they would cancel. So there you go. I mean, there's so many nails in this goddamn coffin of G4. I don't know if there's room for another, but let's just stick another nail in that coffin of G4 and why it failed, because they weren't even remotely interested in hiring the right people. They were interested in hiring the people with the right ideology. See you in the next video. Take care. Bye for now.